Hey everybody, how are you? I'm doing just fine. Today I'm going to show you my home. If you are a subscriber or if you are someone that watches my videos and is not a subscriber, that's fine too. I would like it if you subscribe though. But anyways, if you watch my videos, you know that I like to decorate my home, that I'm very thrifty or frugal. I like to decorate on a shoestring or a dime. I like to create things. Today I'm going to show you my home, and I'm going to explain different things that I have in my home, different pieces of furniture, where I got them, if they were gifted to me, or if I even found them on the side of the road. So let's go and I will show you my home. So we will start in the kitchen, and I think you've seen many times in other videos this area of my kitchen where I had a table and I took it out. This green table, and we will start here as part of the start of my explanation of my antique furniture, thrifted furniture, yard sale finds, whatever. This green table was given to me by my mother. She had that, as I've said before, since before she even had me. It is chock full of items, craft supplies, other things, but it is a very nice piece. It's like a green, as you can see, and my mother antiqued that herself. So that is one piece, and I think she had it before she even had my brother, who is going to be 58. So it shows you how old that is. These Crocs, I got those, that was given to me by a family friend. That one there was given to me by my mom. She gave me that basket. I did buy those brown branches, I think from Michael's. That round little medallion looking thing, I made that. I did a video on that too. I just made that out of Dollar Tree supplies. So everything in here basically was clearance sale or thrift or just things that were on sale. That painting, that was handmade by Dolores, who is my son's great grandmother. The Home Sweet Home sign I did buy in Maine when I was visiting my daughter. Microwave, that was given to me for free. I had a microwave that died, and a neighbor was nice enough to get me that microwave. It was donated by someone else, and it works great. This angel, that was a gift, and I've shown you that other stuff. So this jelly cabinet, there's a little story behind a lot of my furniture. This jelly cabinet has been many different colors. That was a gift to me by my son's father, and there's Max's football. That was given to me by my son's father when he worked at the mill store. There's a little sentiment written on the back of it, and he gave it to me for my birthday, and I've always wanted a jelly cabinet. He got me one, whatever. Just because you go through a divorce or a split doesn't mean you get rid of things that you like. I'm trying to shut the lights off on this. Oh my goodness, where are they? Anyways, here we go. I put LED lights on those little glass vases, but I don't like LED lights. I don't like the blue hue that comes with them. So those are just the glass vases that I have shown in a lot of my videos that I get at Target. I did trim some flowers out in the yard out here at the condominium. I think it's lavender. That wreath my son got me for Mother's Day a few years ago. And my living room, that recliner, was bought for me when I was in recovery for my heart condition. When I was home for a couple months with a heart attack, my dad picked me up and we went to Lazy Boy and we got a recliner. And I sit in it every night. This table here, it's like a sofa table, that was on the side of the road with a free sign. And I picked it up and I threw it in my car on the way home from work. Just picked it up and always wanted one, and there it was. And I just decorated it with some things that I had here. I change up the way I have things decorated every year or two, and this is what I've done with this wall. This stuff was bought at either the Christmas tree shop or Big Lots. The lamp, I've had that. Pan over here, I think I've talked to you before about the end tables and the coffee table. That lamp was found beside a dumpster here at the development. A lot of the things I have here in my home were found at the dumpster. While I don't dumpster dive and get in a dumpster, where I live, people when they move, they put a lot of stuff out of the dumpster, and I'll check it out. And if it's nice and in good condition, I'll bring it home. Not gonna lie, I'll bring it home and I'll clean it up. I don't know who wouldn't, but I got quite a few items from dumpsters, and I'll show you that. Coffee table, I've explained all this before. My rocking chair, believe it or not, found that at a dumpster. Yep, one of the dumpsters up here. And I just draped the blanket over it. But it is solid wood, nice and clean, and it's a larger sized rocking chair. Actually, I'll tell you how I got that. The day I woke up with my infection, that C infection, I was out walking Max, and there it was next to a dumpster. So I carried that home, feeling like absolute junk. I carried that home and walked Max at the same time. But enough of that. This ladder here is very antique. I don't know if you can see it. It opens up wide. It's really big when it's open. I put it in the corner. And I have a really nice story behind this. It's actually a sad story also, but I'll let you look at what I have on it. All right. Again, very antique. And when I say old, it's old. And here's the story behind it. Let me turn the camera around so I can look at you while I tell you. All right. So the story behind that ladder. I put out a little posting on Facebook that I was looking for an antique ladder to use to display things in my home. And I got a response from a girl that a childhood friend. Her name was Tammy Davidson. And she said, I have one. And I hadn't seen Tammy in years. And when I say childhood friend, I mean her mom was my mom's best friend. They worked together. They visited together. When they weren't working, they were always together having tea, giving each other perms in their hair or whatever. And my brother and I would see Tammy and her brother Bobby basically on a daily basis. So anyways, I put out this post about wanting a ladder, and she said, I have one. So I went to her house and I got it. And I hadn't seen her in over 20 years, and it was just a nice time to see her. And I got the ladder that I had been looking for. Well, a couple of years ago, I was watching the news, and I had seen her getting the ladder, and I didn't see her again. And then I was watching the news, and there was a report about a woman that was shot and killed. And long story short, it was Tammy. And so Tammy's not with us anymore. So I have this ladder, and whenever I look at it, or whenever I redecorate it, whatever, I think of Tammy. I don't know where it is in the courts. It was a homicide. I'm not going to say too much about it because I think it still is in court. But she was killed. And I have that nice memory of her. I have many memories of her, but I have that ladder. And like I said, every time I decorate it, I think of her. I think I should print out a picture of her from her Facebook and put it on the ladder. But anyways, back to my home. Over here, I think I've told you before that this this cabinet is actually a dry sink that was made into a kitchen island. And the person that made it for me also made me this ladder. And that ladder was hanging from my ceiling above the island when I had my house. And I would hang pots and pans from it. It was just a decorative ladder above the island. And I didn't get rid of it. I kept it. And there I go. And that lamp I've had for a long time. The end table goes with the other things I have in my living room. So this table cost me nothing. Side of the road. The recliner was gifted to me by my dad. This piece, which is an antique piece, it's a corner unit, and it fits perfectly in this corner. Behind it is my electrical fuse box, but this was bought at a salvage place in New Bedford, Massachusetts. It's like a furniture salvage, and it is an antique. And I got it, I think, for like $100. So that is that. And I really do believe that you've all seen my bathroom. There's nothing really antique or thrifty in there. Actually, there are thrifty things. I shouldn't say that. A lot of this stuff didn't cost much. I just pieced it together and made it work. I told you before, and there is a inexpensive bathroom refresh that I did, a video, and I decorated it around the shower curtain. And it's surprising how you can get one piece and find so many other things that match it. And it was very inexpensive. And when I say inexpensive, I want to say, I don't know, under $30, $40 that I've done this bathroom. And I think that's being a little generous in price. And again, I don't want to repeat myself, but this is all very inexpensive stuff that I put together. Someone made that crate. And this is the spare room, and there is a lot of free things in this room, and I'll explain the free. The dog, my fur baby, my son Max, was not free. I paid a fee for him, an adoption fee, but he came from Tennessee, so he wasn't free. This chair, I think I paid, let me move this pillow. That's the pillow that goes with that. I bought that at Savers, and I think I paid $10 for it. It's really nice. It's got the wood handles with the padding and the material, and if you look close, you can see the tacks that were put in. It's just got really nice woodwork, both sides and the legs. It was in perfect condition. It came with the pillow. It was very clean, and I paid very little for it. That end table, it's an antique. I got that at a thrift store also. Again, it was at Savers, and maybe $10, $9.99 I think, if I remember correctly. This chair here, my mother gave me that. She had found it on the side of the road. She had it at her house for a little while. I took it home and cleaned it a little bit with my carpet cleaner, and it's a really nice glider rocker. And I just put the pillow on it that I bought at Walmart. Those pillows were given to me by my mom, and that basket I did in a previous video of something I found on the side of the road. This dresser I found on the side of the road. when I lived in Middleborough, and I changed out the knobs. They're just a little, they're not bronze, not gold, but I want to change them out. I'm not sure what I want to change them to. But that radio, it's like an antique looking radio, was given to me for Christmas by my mom. That is my grandfather, his Army war picture. He was in the Navy. I'm sorry. My son's in the Navy. My grandfather was in the Army, and that is him. He is not alive anymore. These are just some plants that I did. Not some basil, a little tomato plant. These are rocks in a basket. Every time I go to the beach, I pick up some rocks or shells, and I bring them home, and I just put them in that basket. That basket came from like a yard sale. This area over here, this trunk, I used to have as a coffee table in my living room. And then when my mom gave me my coffee table and end tables back, I brought that in here. The Crocs, those were given to me by my mom. That wine bottle with the lights, I put that together myself. Those are my little artificial arrangements. And this little green thing with the bees and the dragonflies, I got at Savers. It's got little drawers in it. It's really cute. It hangs on the wall, but I like it right there. This is my favorite picture of all time, other than pictures or besides pictures of my kids. It was in the middle of a Salvation Army magazine called The War Cry. And it is Jesus carrying luggage. And if you look closely at the picture, you can see this family. And in the background, right over there, excuse the glare, but in the background is a broken down car. And the family is walking away from the car. And that's Jesus carrying luggage. So Jesus in this picture is carrying the burden of their struggle. And I'm not going to say too much about that because my channel is not meant for, politics or religion. But as you can see from this picture and everything I have on my walls, it's a little of my belief. This desk I got at Savers for $10. It's got the natural finish. It's in really good shape. The chair did not go with it, but I'm using it as a chair that goes with it. It almost looks like it goes with it, but it didn't come as a set. I made this arrangement, the tulips and the rocks. I got the tulips at the Target dollar spot. I had the vase, and I got the rocks at the Dollar Tree. This little mannequin, I guess you would call it, I got that at Savers. And this is my wall of, I don't want to call it the wall of inspiration, but it does have a lot of inspiring words. There's always something to be grateful for. Bloom with courage and grace. I don't need to read it out loud, you can see. This over here is clearly a TV, but, and that's clearly an air conditioner that I need to put in the windows. But this desk is an antique desk that I had when I was a little girl. My dad brought it home one day. I don't know from where, but he brought it home one day, and I had that in my bedroom. It's really nice, original finish. It's got the hole in it for, pens and stuff. That's what, or the ink well. That's what they used in the olden days. Yeah. So that's something. A lot of people would have refinished it or something by now, but I'm not going to. And in here, it's just my books and stuff. And I cover it because, and I'll cover it back up after. Cover it because Max likes to go through it. And into my bedroom. I'll explain things in my bedroom. I got this table at Home Goods, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. It's gone through different rooms. It was in my living room, but it matches so much better in my bedroom with the teal. These things here, got the Dollar Tree. They're basically just little things. They fall down a lot in the wind. I think I showed you these before, a couple of videos ago. That lamp I got at Ollie's. This lamp I made. I got the, you know, the paper ball or whatever you want to call it. And I put a light fixture in it with the cord. Goes down the wall to an outlet. I made that. And you've seen these before in a bedroom refresh. This table here, my mom gave me, it is antique. And those are real birch logs. Those were for free also. My bed, my headboard. It is like a wicker or a rattan headboard. Pretty cool. Side of the road. Side of the road. Things on the side of the road, you know, if it's free, it's for me. If it doesn't look like something that I like, I will, you know, fix it up or whatever. But you can find stuff on the side of the road. This table I got at the Christmas tree shop probably 20 plus years ago. Love it. I love the wicker look. It's got drawers in here, and they're all full of something. See the Johnny Damon Idiot book? I actually stood in line for 3 hours to meet him to have him sign that book because I thought he was like the hottest thing on the earth. But anyways, whatever. This lamp, just like the other lamp in the living room, I found that at a dumpster on the ground. Perfect. It's beautiful. It's glass, teal. Love it. Brought it home, cleaned it up. There you go. There's my son. That mirror I've had forever. I've had that mirror about 30 years. Someone else might have painted it or done something with it, but I love it. Absolutely love it. I think I got that at the Christmas tree shop too. But there's my room. There is my room. The paintings, as I've told you before, friend Mary did. And just some sheer curtains. So everything that I'm showing you, all the pieces of furniture that I'm pointing out, either cost me nothing or cost me $10 or $15 or $20 at a thrift store. This bureau is probably the heaviest piece of furniture I have. It is a little worn. Had it about 30 years. It really suits the purpose of what I need it for, and I won't get rid of it. But yeah, if you look around at what I have, I like it. I think it's beautiful. It's mine. Everything that I've shown you has meaning to me. This area right here has meaning to me. I think anything in anyone's home has meaning. But I have my house in such a way that I can point out something and tell you what this means to me. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. I bought that at Savers when I was on medical leave. And it just stuck out at me. It was my first time out in public. I went out with my mom and my stepdad, and it was my first time out in public since my heart attack. And it was just there on a shelf, on the wall. And when you go through such a struggle, like that, it's very discouraging and you feel so alone. And I saw that, and not to sound cliche, but it spoke to me. And those are words I live by too. And there is my buddy. And not just what I went through with the goat. When you go through deep waters, I'll be with you. I hung my son's picture next to that because he's in the Navy. And if you know what the Navy's about, it's about the military. And they go into deep waters. They go into deep waters, right? So when I took that picture from the living room and put it in here, I thought that was perfect. So that's why I hung that there. And another picture over here. It is well with my soul. I bought that when I was out on medical leave too. Because when we go through challenges and changes in our life, sometimes there's nothing we can do about them. Nothing we can do except accept them. Sometimes all we can do about our situations is accept them for what it is, or what they are. And it's funny how things, when we're going through something, how we look at things a little different. I never really looked at signs, or plaques or whatever like I do now. It is well with my soul. Or when you go through deep waters, I'll be with you. Never really looked at stuff like that. But when you're going through something, things stand out and they mean something. And you listen. You listen or you read and you understand. So I know I talk about my heart attack a lot in my videos. And if it's, I don't mean to offend anybody, but it is real life and it is what happened to me, and it was definitely life-changing. And I'll continue to talk about it, because I have grown so much personally since then. But anyways, I just wanted to show you my home. I wanted to show you how you can actually pick up things on the side of the road and make something out of them. And if you have a piece of furniture that, someone else would get rid of and it really holds some meaning to you, like the ladder that I have decorated that was Tammy's, and Tammy's not here anymore, or the jelly cabinet that my ex gave me. And while that part of my life is over, I hold on to the things that he gave to me because they were things that I desired at the time. And just because I might not desire him or that part of my life anymore, it doesn't mean you get rid of things. Just because that certain person is gone. We move on, but we don't have to get rid of everything. That's all part of healing. So anyways, that's my home. You've seen the rest of it. You've seen the balcony. You've seen my flowers. I just wanted to share with you my thrifty, frugal home, and just show you that you can create a nice, beautiful home. And it doesn't have to be expensive. You don't need to spend a lot of money, but you can create a home that you love on a shoestring. I hope you are all well. I hope you have a good weekend. I have to bring Max back to the vet this afternoon at 4:30. I'm waiting for the sun to come out. It looks like it's starting to come out. Tomorrow is Sunday, and it looks like it's probably going to be the better of the days, the pick of the weekend. So hopefully I can get out and sit in some sun. But thank you for watching. I hope you're all well, and I will talk to you again soon.